Just look at this, y'all. Look how this town, this city of Rochester got me. Look how I got to sleep. Just look at that. Just look at that. Because of what they done me. And I found out. Now, I'm packing my stuff, right? And I promise you, I know that, like I said, because I woke up for no reason Sunday before last with my shoulder hurting. And I went to Well Now. Well Now sent me to the ER room, the emergency room. And when I went to emergency room, right, I distinctly told those people that it tastes like poison was in my mouth. And last night when I came in here, every time I come into my apartment and I sit down in a chair, I'm packing. That's why I look like this. I come and I sit in the chair, I doze fast. And I noticed yesterday I was at the gas station and like I wanted to doze off. These people is poisoning me in this apartment. And these are city officials that organize a crime against me. They put a snuff film video on dark web of me being gang raped at 59. I was 58 last year. This city was showing the video out in the streets to people. And this is the city officials here in the city of Rochester. So here we have the judges, right? We have the lawyers and the cops. I have documents, and I have proof that I've been calling the police asking for help. And I'm reporting all these crimes it's put against me. I even been showing it on Facebook and they blocking my content. Every time I do something on my phone, they block it somehow and don't let it get out to people. This is sad. But listen, God built me to be strong. You know? And this is my very own flesh and blood, my family, my siblings, that I never let nothing happen to them or their children in my care. And whoever these city officials are, my grandfather from World War II, James Allen Fortune Lane, Alfred Smalls, PFC, right? He in the spiritual world because he crossed over. He's an ancestor, a beloved ancestor. So is my grandmother that y'all murder for trust and will. I don't care about that stuff. I told you I don't care about that money. I care about my life more than anything. How a 59-year-old woman live alone with no kids was gang raped. I'm not playing with this family. And I'm not afraid of y'all because I done nothing to be afraid. Now, whoever got the phones cloned and hacked and all of that, look for your punishment because it's coming. Because y'all some sick individuals. And they covering y'all up. The city officials, the judges, all that, lawyers, attorneys. It was told to me. The law firm that I dealt with was telling me, the attorney, he was telling me what's going on, but I wasn't paying that no attention. And look at how God made me sit down and play back the tape in the video. Play back the tape of the things was said to me. Because this attorney swore down on everything that he loved, that these people know me. And I told him, I don't know what you're talking about. And at the time, my mind wasn't focused like that. And I don't know why it wasn't focused, but I'm starting to learn why it was focused. It wasn't focused, rather. Because of all the divination and stuff that they got my mind covered up. Somebody trying to close my third eye. But look at God. He had me hidden in plain sight. And y'all didn't know who I really was here in this town. The city of Rochester, New York. Where there's millions of covens. And a person that I put all of my trust in. And thought she was a good person of God. Is the one that set me up. That I was so real good to. And you know, sometimes you wonder why people suffering. And I'm a healer. I heal people. And I was praying for this person. That's sad. And I did anything and everything for this person. You know, in life, you always look for a go-to person And you always look for a person that is knowledgeable about life, or older, you know, like a mentor. When I moved in this town, I was a baby. I was 26 years old. And I always was very smart. But these people that destroyed my life, they deem me as incompetent and mental. And I know I don't have sex with men. And I know when I woke up Sunday before last, my body felt different. And I've been celibate since 2023 of October. Not dating no one. Because I saw everything. I'm a seer. Yo, this is a shame. And just because I told Cassandra that I don't have sex with men, she knew that. She took me back in the 80s to get raped by someone who had full-blown AIDS. And she left me for somebody. Sandra Ben had that stuff, and I never knew, because two women can't catch that from each other. Unless you sticking your head up in the canal where there's no air. Once the virus hit the air, the virus is dead. Go and get educated. And that's why these people here, because the first girl that I was dating back in 1990, she took me. They was abusing me in prison, putting me in lock all the time. She saved me in lock because she calmed me down. And somebody introduced me to that person and knew that lady had AIDS and didn't tell me. And that's all my father family ever did, was send people in my way with all kind of STDs and stuff and AIDS and stuff. That's why my two brothers had that, because they did them the same way, Alfred and Gary Smalls. And my two brothers caught that because of the Smalls family. I mean, not the Smalls, but the Chisholms. And I grew up as a person named Smalls in Brooklyn. I grew up, and they watched me grow up, and they were so hurt the way they was treating me, because that person was it was on my bloodline, and I think it was a man, but he wanted to say something so bad, but all he could do was just watch me grow up, and I guess he was praying for me. My life grew up a whole lie, but like I said, I didn't open my mouth not one time, because I was protecting my mother, what I seen her go through. And look what the Chisholms did to this family. Because my grandfather, Alfred Smalls, James Island, Fortune Lane, PFC picked me to lead the family. I was the baby granddaughter. My parents was married since 1953 when my first sibling was born, Novella Smalls, before she became a Howard. And look at the life I led. And look at the life I had to live because of these people. And these people, the Chisholms, is not related to my grandfather, because that's my grandfather. My parents were married before I was even thought of. And they burnt my mother's kids up in that fire and never found out what happened to them. This family has been faking deaths, doing all kind of stuff, and getting insurance policy money for it. And my sister signed up to be a Mason. an Eastern Star. I didn't. This is how you know this is a lot of bullshit. But look at God. He built me up to accept the things I cannot change and have the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I never let nothing happen to my family, and everybody know it. I was always the responsible one. And everybody thought that I was dumb, stupid, and naive. But they didn't see me for who I really am. That's why you never judge a book by its cover. And God had me hidden in plain sight. Listen, I'm not playing with y'all people. I promise you, I'm not going to die. And watch and see. Watch and see how all y'all people that's corrupted in this community, that's the law officials and the juridical system. Watch and see what God do for you. Confirmation. Excuse me. God bless me. A lot of people know me, man. Yo. A lot of people know. That's why I told y'all they named me Bam Bam. Because I took a lot of abuse. And I always came out on top. I wake up magically every day. Y'all unalive me with spell work, which is a silent killer. Witchcraft, voodoo, black magic. That's in the Bible. Now, after I spoke this morning on the line, on the phone, on Facebook, they sent me a heart attack. I felt my heart, like my heart was going to jump out my body. And I put that post up there. Y'all messing with a dangerous person. I'm slaying a Goliath. Because that's who y'all are to me, Goliath. And peace be still. Like I said, if it was back in the day, I would have been ran through this town. But I'm wiser, and I'm older and wiser now. There's no need for that because, you know, the older you get, the wiser you get, not the dumber. And look at these city officials. Look at what you call those attorneys? The attorneys that do people cases that don't have money to pay. I forgot. I can't think right now because there's so much on my mind. Anyway, yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Look at that. I got a lot of stuff on my mind. They trying to shut me up with spell work. Man, that stuff don't work on me. I told y'all, I'm telling the truth. Y'all trying to make like I'm crazy. I was born dead because of all the spell work from James Island Fortune Lane. They got real magic. They magical people. And that's why I magically wake up every day. So I could tell y'all truth of the lies y'all telling on me. Because of inheritance. Forget about that. Forget about that inheritance. I inherit the earth. The way y'all abused me for 59 years. Look, they got a snuff videotape of me from last year making bets that I have AIDS, and they lied and told this community I gave them AIDS, and I proved that I didn't have that. And now 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, I woke up all of a sudden with my shoulder hurting bad. That's a sign of force. And when I went to that emergency room, they laughed at me when I told them it's poison sat around my house. I was wondering why I was seeing hallucinogens since I was hallucinating. Because LSD make you do that. And they putting that stuff in my food. And still no service for me from the government. They exploit me. They got CCTV in my house. They got a camera in my shower head. And they made a lot of money. These crooked cops and officials here in this town made a lot of money off of that. And they think I'm going to shut up? You ain't bad enough to shut me up, because if you was, I would have been shut already. I'm not playing with y'all, and especially my siblings, Isaac and Anthony. It was told on y'all. It was told that my brothers was paying the taxes on all that stuff down south. You see how God worked? Yeah, my grandmother did have people on her side that had nothing to do with that. And I told my grandmother, because of what those people did to me, that I was going to give that stuff away. I didn't care what it was. I didn't care how big it was, how much money it made. Like I said, I'm the owner of that she crab soup. Y'all saying I never knew about that stuff. That's a goddamn fucking lie. I knew about everything about me. Because my great-grandmother Delia Dees and my great-grand-aunt sister, they make me know. And my grandmother, Mattie Chisholm Smalls, who y'all sacrificed. Y'all sacrificed all them people for money. And it's proof. These are old crimes. That's why I told this community, mind your fucking business. Because look at the crimes y'all involved in now. And the same way y'all watching me, somebody watching y'all. Look at that. Watch and see. Because I didn't deserve that. Y'all blocking my content and stuff, right? But somebody making sure it get posted. That's all right, though. Keep on doing what y'all doing. Because I'm a fighter. You see, I fought out that grave for 5 days. I fought and I rised out that grave crying like, you know, a little baby girl. I was the richest baby girl born in 1966. And I never cared about that stuff. And everybody went around lying saying, I think I'm better than somebody. How you better than somebody when you shared everything you had? That's my valuable time I can't get back now. I'm 59 years old. You think I care about any of that stuff? That's materialistic. I'm not. I'm realistic. That's why I'm exposing y'all dark secrets and secret society. And I'm not afraid of y'all because I'm covered and protected. And if I was y'all, I would leave me alone. I'm not threatening nobody. I'm telling the truth about y'all. Y'all some scum of this earth and wuss and cowards. And I'm not afraid of y'all.